Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Garage 99. Today we are just going over a couple things of the Miata. Might work on it a little bit, but we're going to address this board. We're going to fill this board up with some stuff. So first off, we're going to kind of go over the price of what we paid for it and what it's going to cost us. So for the Miata, the car was $1,000. The car does need an exhaust, so we're going to make sure we go ahead and address the exhaust problem. So I found a Monzo exhaust on Amazon for $175. Car does obviously need a windshield. It's got a shattered windshield, so we're gonna try and see that out today. Maybe those I found for $50 from that guy in Grosse Pointe who has it. Still haven't found a door. That guy doesn't have a compatible door. Those are probably gonna be about $100, and it's not painted. So I found soft top latches, the strikers that the soft top attaches to the windshield. I don't have those in the car. I did find them on eBay for about $25, so that'll work out pretty well for me. And then I did find an airbag delete online. Some company makes that. That is just not repairable for me to use, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We're not gonna advance on anything until we figure out if this is repairable or if it's SOL. I'm really hoping it's repairable. I mean, with the amount of money we're gonna save by doing all that stuff. So I mean, we're looking at $175, $275, $300, $400 to basically get this thing good to go back on the road. So, but that is not including this. This could be very expensive. It could be affordable. I don't even know if it's fixable. I'm really hoping it is. So we'll see, and we'll get to that. But first, I'm gonna try and figure out how to take this windshield out. Or if I just shouldn't even touch it, but we'll see. It's gonna be messy, so I'm gonna try and keep it down to a minimum. All right, so I didn't wanna get too far ahead of myself without explaining how to do it, I guess. First things first, when you come up to it, you have to take off the caps with a Phillips head screwdriver, and there's gonna be nuts underneath it. I just put the nuts back on right there. Then, you see these little white clips? There's gonna be Phillips head screws underneath these little black clips. I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7 of them. So I just broke mine off. I'll just buy some new ones, and then there's clips all along there. And then you can pull it off. Then you get some needle nose pliers, and you got to pull the trim piece off around the windshield. Okay, it's a new day, obviously, from the different apparel, but my camera died while I was filming the rest of it yesterday, but it did take a lot of work, so we ended up having to go through and first of all, I don't recommend removing your own windshield if it is broken at all, because when you try to remove it the professional way, you have to use this tool through here. Okay, so this is a windshield removing tool. I got this at Harbor Freight. It's a pretty cheap item. All you do is when you're using it on here, you get it up. Oops, sorry, paint. You get it up and underneath the windshield, and then you use this handle with your other hand to use as leverage to pull up and around the glue. What you want to do is you want to put some heat on the glue with a heat gun, not a hair dryer. A hair dryer didn't work, trust me, I know. Use a heat gun on the glue to get this thing to go all the way around 100%. On the bottom, on the sides, on the top, and the other side. All the way around, and then once you get that all completed with a not broken windshield, you should be able to remove it by either applying pressure from the inside, pulling out, or using this if you want as leverage and pulling up from that corner. I probably spent between 6 hours cleaning up the floor and everything. It was an absolute disaster, so that was not fun. But I did, however, get time to clean out the interior as best as I could. I mean, I wiped everything down. This car actually looks really good on the inside, aside from the door that's not there anymore. Yeah, paint came up pretty good. still, before we do too much body work, I want to pull the seats out. I want to detail the engine a little more, pull the wheels off, jack this thing off the ground, see what we got underneath. But I don't know if you guys are wondering to yourself, what are your plans with this car? Why did you buy this car? I just wanted a cheap go-kart little car that I can put in my garage and not have to spend too much money on or worry about it taking up too much space. I want to track cars. This is a replacement for the 350Z that I got rid of. Oh, that was going to be a fun project. I never filmed doing the interior of that car, but it would have been really cool. This is the new project car. There's things I don't know how to do that I want to do with this car. For example, pulling a windshield out. I didn't know how to do that. I figured it out on my own. Got the glue all removed, so this thing is ready for a new windshield. This is all cleaned up. It's ready for a new door. That's not going to latch, but I can still put the door on because when we get the body work done, they're probably going to want to know how to line up the door. But yeah, I mean, if I put an exhaust on it, threw a windshield on, I was able to close the top, the only thing that would keep it from being a fine-looking car is the door that's missing because it can't close. So it doesn't need much. It's just what it does need is a lot of labor-intensive work. So we'll get to it when we get to it. But I did suck up that clip on accident, and I still got to get that airbag delete. So it'll be a good project. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have really seen this thing from the inside, but my biggest worry when I was buying this car, I'm 6'2", and this car weighs 2,000 pounds. I actually fit inside this car. I have the adequate amount of headroom. I'm comfortable. Look at how far my arm is from the steering wheel. I mean, it's not like I'm like this. You know, I got enough room. It's got a nice gearbox to it. Real notchy, just the way I like it. This thing works good. It just needs some TLC, it's all it needs. So that's gonna conclude today's video of, I didn't really do much. I just kinda went over the car a little more. Went over that stuff that I need. I did throw a couple more things on there. Dash lid or dash clip and screw. Fix the dent. Cigarette lighter cap. I need one of those for the little cigarette lighter. Just odds and ends. I'm an OCD person. I like to do things a little above and beyond. So even though this car isn't perfect, I want to do the best I can for it. If you guys like this car and you want to see a lot more content, please subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do. I don't know how YouTube works that much. Subscribe though, for sure. Hit the notification bell. You will see lots of content. This is primarily going to be the content outside of car events for the rest of the season, even through the winter and the spring. We're going to try and, I'm thinking way too far ahead, but I want to do more race interiors, exhaust, maybe clean up the engine bay, maybe take some of the engine apart. I don't know how good any of that stuff is. Maybe do some frame rails. I don't know. It's stuff all down the road, but I want to thank you all very much for watching. Peace out. Keep turning those gears.